everyone, and welcome to a very overdue video. I said that I would show you my new setup of how I am storing my reborns in this year. Unfortunately, I have been very slack in getting around to doing that, and so today, since we're on lockdown, I decided that I would tidy up as best as I could. Now, I still want to really dress up the shelves a bit better. It was just going to take forever, so I decided that I would do one now, and then when I'm fully happy with it I will do an update one. I do apologise also that on this side I have some posters and some stuff that I need to take down, but for now they're there. I'm not going to take them down today, but let's get into it. So as you can see, I have a bookshelf now instead of a bed situation. I do have the bassinet still, but this is just something that I am working with at the moment. I decided that I didn't want a whole section anymore with a whole bunch of bedding and everything like that taking up my room. It became pretty much a dumping ground. I would just store things in the bed that didn't need to be there, so I figured if I had nice clean shelves that I would be able to keep everything tidy. On the top two shelves, you can see that they are designated to babies. In the collection currently I only have Alicia. I know there was an Arrow, as you can see. He's been replaced by this lovely little frog for now. I did end up selling Arrow whilst I was on hiatus from sharing everything on my accounts for nursery updates and stuff, so I will explain a little bit more about that in an upcoming video about my collection, but for now you can see that I just have Alicia and she looks very sweet up here. I am about to change her into her Easter outfit. However, down on these two shelves here I just have blankets in here. I have a bit of a blanket addiction, so they're all in there. That's my prop for my pillow, and then you might see down the side here I just stuck Alicia's Tiana Lovey, very sweet, just so it was out of the way. And then on this shelf I've just stored the sign that I use for a prop when I'm taking photos for my photo shoot, and an unlit candle that I will never light, so it's not going to cause any danger to this area. I would never leave a candle in this area because everything is too precious. Down here, as you saw, I sort of had a bassinet. I am borrowing my mum's Robin asleep kit. This is Nora. I felt like having a bigger baby in my collection for a little bit just to see how I was feeling, and she's just chilling with me at the moment. She was a baby that I made a few years ago, so you can see that she is a lot different from my style now. If anything, I think she needs a bit more paint looking at it now these few years on, but I'm still proud of my work on her. And so she's down here just to hang out with me for a little bit, and I'm going to dress her up for Easter as well, just having a little bit of a play since I only have one baby in my collection and I'm kind of a little bit over it, to be honest. But again, I will explain that in another video. So I've just moved Nora out of the way, and you can see the other two shelves. This is where I want to kind of change things around. Currently I'm just storing everything that I use for props, so my baskets are all in here. Down on this bottom shelf here is assembling stuff, so bodies and cable ties, hair equipment and stuff like that. Yeah, I like this shelf here, but minus some of the stuff that's in there, just because I thought it looked quite decorative seeing the blankets hanging out. But yeah, the bottom two, not sure what I'm going to do with them yet. And then over here I have just some extra carry trays, and I've got some stuff to put away in there. But these two containers are work containers. These have all my cards, business cards, and packing equipment. This has hair, so my hair is all in here. Got diapers and stuff in here, and some more blankets and diapers all down there as well. So this corner is very much so Reborn orientated if we don't look at the poster. So I'm really happy with how it's turned out. I really do like the shelf situation. It's freed up so much more space, and I have a lot more storage, so that's been really helpful for me. As you can see, I do have some containers and some mess beside it that I do need to tidy. Down in those two containers is some more storage stuff for reborns. I'm looking for a better solution for them. Now I will take you over to where I keep everything else. Okay, I know it's a little alarming to see Luciano's head just sitting there. She is ready to be reborn, but with the lockdown here in my country, we are not shipping out anything that's not essential. So I kind of thought it would be easier for me to store her in parts. So I haven't yet reborn her, though she's very much so ready to go. But on the top shelf here, I have just some stuff that I use quite a lot. I have this lovely little frame that says love on it. I've had that for my nursery since I used to have my big cot. I have way too many hair bows. Alicia is very much so a hair bow queen. She's not so much of a hat queen, so I have a lot there, and I've got some more somewhere around my room. These three things here are for the triplets that I'm working on, and it's interesting to see how sweet the colours are going to be for them, because that's their colour palette. I've got some clothes hanging up here that I adore. When I had Arrow, I had this Arrow sign that I was going to use, but obviously Arrow has gone now, so I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with it. And I used to have in my wardrobe for my clothing side of things big containers with every baby having their own container. It was very organised, but it took up a lot of space, so again I went with another bookcase, and I do apologise for the yarn sticking out of that bucket. I didn't look at that. So this is my bookcase at the moment, and these two drawers up the top here, that's Alicia's clothing, that's baby boy clothing that I haven't put away. As you can see, this is the stockpile of babies that need to be assembled, or whatever's happening with them. That's Luciano's body just sitting there casually on top. Here I have more diapers. That's some clothing for a baby that is ready to sell. He's actually not mine. That stuff should be upstairs. That container is, I have no idea. Down here we have knitted stuff and bibs and socks and stuff like that. That's our Christmas clothes. And I've just stored my extra frogs down there. If you don't know, I love frogs. And then some more kit supplies down there. So it's really working out quite well. I would like to get some more bins, because I do like the bin look. I think it keeps it tidy looking, as opposed to exploding out. However, I do need to have these two shelves here free for putting like parts and stuff. I normally keep them in bags, which you can see under here. There's one in there. So yeah, I normally do that, but it still needs space for that. I don't really want to put them in bins for that right now. But that is where I'm keeping all my clothing. I really downsized a lot, and I forgot to mention that in here is like pacifiers and stuff like that. So yeah, that's where the accessories and stuff are all being kept right now. So as I said before, this is just a work in progress. I decided that I would just share it with you all rather than taking a lot longer to point out why I changed my room, well, the housing for the reborns in my room around. I really do like the cleanness of the display shelf. I think it's a really, really fun effect without having to take up too much space with baby clutter. I still do obviously have the bassinet, and when I'm not using it, I stick it up on top of here, which is really handy. And then I've actually been using the bassinet legs for a lot of things that I do around my room, and I didn't realize how handy they were to display things on while I'm working on them, or get things away from my desk. It's been really handy. And then down here I forgot to mention that I've got the rock and play and other bits and bobs packing equipment. This here is my board that I put up for photo shoots, and there's another board down there that I put on top of the bassinet legs to take photos of like things that my mum makes. She's knitting a storm currently on lockdown, so I've been taking some photos of her stuff. So I hope that you enjoyed seeing this work in progress of my nursery. It's a little jumbled, but I actually quite like it this way, and I just really need to get a bit more organised with how I store everything, and then it will be much tidier and more to my liking. I want to thank you all for sticking around on this channel. I know it's been very dead of late, and I know that constantly I'm always looking hopefully to the future of posting on here a lot more. I am currently filming a lot of videos. I've got a lot of inspiration for the channel now that we are on lockdown, and admittedly one of them will be talking about why it's been so quiet yet again, but after we get through that I'm looking forward to very much so productive videos showing my reborning, some crochet, and of course sharing my collection with you. Hopefully 2020 is the year that it grows and it stays at the level that it does grow to, because as much as I love Alicia with all my heart, the only child syndrome is going to kick in real soon and she's going to get into a bit of a brat instead of a smiley face, and I need another baby to fill up the shelf. So hopefully that will happen sometime this year. Thank you guys so much for stopping by today. I hope you're well, I hope your family is well, and you're keeping safe. Bye everyone.